Hi guys, and welcome to this week's Alakazam Live, and I'm joined by Jamie Dawes.
Hello! Hola.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Oh yeah, it's the first time I've seen you since New Year, I've just realised. With him all day, only just realised.
Yeah.
Happy New Year to you too.
Right. I'm going to just centralise us a little bit there. There you go. So we're joined, as always, by our co-host, Mr. Wayne Goodman, who's there.
And I've got Dan with me.
There with Dan. And Dan, you did appear on the show a few months ago, didn't you?
Dan? Yeah. It's before Christmas.
Before Christmas. And me and Wayne have been very excited because as you left, you did promise to sing us a song this time on your next visit.
I thought you'd forgotten about that.
So that's what I look forward to in the second half.
But Bohemian Rhapsody, I think you said he was going to do.
Oh,
great.
We can't wait. And Jamie's a music buff as well, so Jamie's looking forward to this.
I'll do backing singing. Woohoo! There you go. I'm ready.
So, right, there's a few things we got to speak about. So this isn't our first live, is it?
Yes.
Is it? No, last week we done a live.
No. Did we do one last week?
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
We
did. Yeah, I think we did.
If we didn't, Happy New Year, everyone.
No, you did, because I think I was watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you did one last week.
I think we did do one last week. Already in the New Year, and we've forgotten what we're doing.
Thank God you got some youth here to keep your brains ticking.
Yeah, but Harry's busy in the other bit.
Oh, nice.
So I just want to say as well, Jamie's here because we've got a big Alakazam product meeting today, which is happening about products that are coming out this year. We're not going to give any little clues as to anything or any spoiler. Jamie! Any spoilers? But one of these products is due for release this month. At the end of this month. Also, Jamie's here to you're doing some work on a new project.
Two new projects.
One of them is a big new project which should be around about the middle of Feb.
Hopefully.
Yeah. And
I think that might be, Peter, one of the biggest projects, especially in the last 20 years, I think, for Alakazam.
Well, as Harry put it, 20 years in the making. Yeah.
It is. It'll definitely be an industry-leading version of its kind, I think.
Yeah. So that is going to be hopefully launching mid-Feb.
Yep, I need to get a move on.
But it's looking great.
It is.
And the other project...
We've done...
When's that?
Well, I started it last week. And I reckon we could probably launch that at the same time.
Oh,
I reckon so.
Exciting.
Yeah, so that's two good things to look forward to. Also, Jamie is going to be helping with product development and filming and editing, which means we should be able to get more products out. We aim for one a month usually, but we're hoping to up that by second quarter of 2024 to 2 a month. So you'll see more goodies coming out from Alakazam.
And there are some goodies. The ones that we were... So before we went live, we were filming a little thing for something else. And that's what was on the shelf. So they were genuinely not supposed to be there. So I'm probably in trouble already. That's how to get quickly sat. But one of these I've actually got on me, and it's so good. I know. So bye guys.
I think somebody's got their phone on in the studio because I'm getting a kickback or something.
Probably me. Oh no, it could be this because the mic's actually on the table. We're not wearing the mic.
Okay.
So it might be where Jamie was doing that.
So going like that.
Yeah, don't do that, Jamie.
So I just wanted to anyone that's got their monthly newsletter as well. Jamie's got his little write-up in here.
Oh, nice.
Um,
I've not seen it yet.
Neither have I until now.
I just want to read a couple of lines from the first paragraph of Jamie's, if you don't mind.
No, what have I written?
No, he's put, Peter is one of the best bosses anyone could ever wish for. His outstanding wit and endless generosity makes him not only a great person to work for, but a wonderful human being in general. I hope to one day be as perfect.
But didn't he write that before he started working for the company?
Yeah, yeah, it's true. Also, proof that acting isn't easy, guys. Just proof.
But that is written there in black and white. I didn't read you the line above or the line below, but that part is genuinely there. So anyone that places an order with Alakazam, as long as we have stocks, you get our monthly newsletter popped in with your order, and you've got a little bit from me. There's a bit here actually about our Saturdays as well. Mm-hmm. So the next Saturday, I think, is the 27th of January.
And that was great. Our last one was superb.
Yeah.
It was a really, really good day.
Really good, really busy.
Really I'm gutted because I can't make that one. I've got a show on that night, so I can't come down.
But you're at the next one, aren't you? Or you at March? February?
No, I can't do February because I'm working that weekend as well. So my next one will be March.
Oh.
Which will fly by. It will soon be there. But I will be at Blackpool, so I'll see everybody at Blackpool anyway.
Cool. Blackpool, yeah, it's not long now till Blackpool.
I know.
So, I've had a couple of comments here about the Nightshade coin set. A few weeks ago, I filmed a little video for our socials. I'm going to play that now, and I think when we come back, we'll have a little chat about the Nightshade because this little fella here, he's picked one up.
I did.
Nice.
And he loves it.
I do.
So
I really do.
We'll have a little bit of a chat about it. Mm-hmm. But let's play this performance, if this is the correct one. Let's have a little look-see. Harry, I want to show you something really strange using 4 coins. These are American coins, American dollar coins. That's 2, that's 3, that's 4. Now, the strange thing is, all I have to do is squeeze, and one of the coins will travel across. Now, some people think that I had an extra coin to start with, but I really didn't, because that only leaves me 3 coins over here. So we'll try it again. That's 1, that will be 2. That will be 3. 1 over here. Now watch carefully. Just a little squeeze, and that's the second coin that comes across. Now some people think I have stuff like extra coins up my sleeves. I really don't. That's 1 coin. That will be 2. 2 over here. Watch. Little squeeze. That will make 3 over here, and just 1 left over here. So it's 1 over here and 3 over here. Now watch carefully. This last one is going to vanish just like this, and down here.
What? No way.
Way indeed. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 coins. Nothing in my hands, nothing up my sleeves. And that is Nightshade.
Wow.
So that's just one of the effects you learn with the Nightshade project. So Jamie, you've picked up a Nightshade. You've had it since before Christmas. I think you picked it up not long after it was released.
I think it was literally when it released.
Right.
I think it was your launch night that I ordered it.
And how are you finding it?
Love it. It's great.
You do a bit of coin stuff anyway.
Very basic coin stuff, yeah. But I've had the typical gaffes throughout my career. But I've only really cemented on a few routines. And then I saw this set, and it's so cool. Not less just because of the trick itself, but it's a great fidget toy.
Yeah.
It's a great thing just to play with in your hands. But I love it. So I endured the 10 hours worth of tutorials or whatever there is. And then I knew, because I spoke to Pete and I said I wanted to learn a really good free fly. So I've cemented on the free fly, which I've now learnt.
And which one have you gone for? Do you remember the name? Or
it's the one with the coins.
Right, okay. The free fly with the coins.
It's that one.
That's watching.
So I can't remember the name of it, but it's...
You produce them at the beginning.
You sort of, yeah, so you produce them, and then you do your free fly sequence, and then you vanish them all as well. And it's just a perfect routine. It has everything that you really need in it.
Well, I need to. I did say to you I want a lesson in that one tonight because that's one that I want to learn for Blackpool.
Yeah. That one, throw coins, which I
Yeah.
think will probably be a standard one that everyone goes to first because it's so approachable for anyone. If you've never even done coin work, if you've never used this style of gaff before, it's the perfect routine.
Yeah, and it's such a magical coins across as well. It's so good.
Yeah. And then the last one that I learnt was a version of the Confusing Coins, which Craig actually demoed here a few weeks ago on one of the lives.
Right.
And I think that that's great because there's this lovely moment in that version, in his version, where you take one of the coins into this hand and you say, which one is it? And they're like, silver. You're like, no, it's copper. You're like, right, I'm going to give you one more chance. And you just show the one copper, you close it. What one is in there? And they're like, copper. And you're like, no, it's the 2 coin trick. And then you show both coins in it again and you show nothing in this hand. So it's almost like a kickback element.
Yeah.
And it's just such a wonderful routine.
Yeah.
And again, it's another one that's really easy to do if you want to learn it. But you start that one off, which I love, with both the coins being examined. So they examine both of them. You take one of them, put them in your pocket, then you're into the routine. You don't have to add anything like from your pocket or anything like that. It's all in play.
Yeah.
So those are the routines. I've still not gigged them because I really want to practice them and make sure that I'm getting them down really, really well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love it. I think it's absolutely phenomenal.
And you went for the $half.
I went for the $half only because I've got diddy hands. I've got really small hands. So larger coins, they just don't work for me. But even in terms of like
Palm.
a palm, like a finger palm, sorry, is the word that I was looking for. The finger palm, the joints in my fingers are too small for a larger coin. So I can't even finger palm a larger coin. So I had to go for the smaller ones. But
And
I love them, they're perfect.
How do you find the visuals on the free fly using the smaller coins?
Great, perfect. Yeah. I think, like for me, I think everyone hones in on them anyway because they're small objects, so the concentration's always going to be on those things anyway.
And you're up here.
And you're up here.
Yeah.
And a few nights ago I was filming some magic for Dean Levy, and when we were talking about tricks that are up here for filming, free fly again is a perfect thing. If you've got a trailer or something that you're filming, doing just a piece to camera of this three fly happening is a really, really cool piece. Even social media, it'd be superb for social media as well.
Yeah, it's a really good set. I will say we are currently out. We sold out of the $half sets. We're having more made as we speak. We got the dollars in, and we are now taking pre-orders on the Morgan dollar set.
I saw that. That's amazing.
And believe it or not, I've had to up my order with Roy Cooper's 4 times.
Nice.
Wow. 4 times. So it's obvious you guys are loving it. How are you getting on with yours, Wayne?
I haven't got one yet. I need to pick one up.
You haven't got one?
Well, yeah. I was gonna get one actually last time I was down, but I didn't. But yeah, I need to pick one up because I do coin stuff. I've just been tied up with other things. I've been tied up with other things at the moment, so it's just one of those. Yeah, I was really hoping you weren't going to bring it up. I was very lucky though. I was at the filming for some of it with Craig was down and stuff, and it was like, I helped package some up, me putting them into sets, and even knowing what they are and knowing what you're getting and everything else, he was doing stuff for me, and it was just blowing me away. I had no idea what was going on.
That's the thing. I sat here for 8 hours of tuition, and even though I know exactly what the gaffs are and everything else, I'm watching the routines, and in my mind, I still can't work out how he's doing what he's doing with those gaffs.
That was the thing with the hopping halves, because his version, there's like, it just keeps coming and coming and coming, and you're like, oh, well, I know what gaffs you're using, so how are you achieving that amount of effect with that gaff? I think that's what he's done so well with it, is he's really got everything, he's squeezed it for all of the juice that he can get out of it. And I will say as well, from someone who's collected coin gaffs, I really have, the quality of them, I've never had a coin of that quality.
Yeah. No, they are really good, and everything Craig does, he puts a lot of thought into the actual routining of the effects as well, and you can see that with these and the Mirage set, the amount of great routines that they come with. So I'm just having a look here, comments coming in.
I would say, Jamie, I've only got little tiny hands as well, but I do prefer the dollar size. So I use dollars for everything for me.
Have you got your coin set with you? Have you got a dollar with
once
you?
you get used to, once you start playing with them,
my bag.
So well,
when you
if I
start
put that
playing
up
with them-
against my hand, you'd be surprised how small my hands are.
He has got
That,
tiny
I've got
little hands.
really small hands.
I've got I've got tiny hands as well.
That on me will take up my whole palm.
Yours looks like a giant's hand.
Yeah, because it's on the camera, that's why. Look how small my hand is.
It's bigger than your head.
I've got the same size hand. My hands fit exactly, because I went to the Harry Potter tour, and they've got the handprints of the 3 kids, right? My hand fits
Hagrid's.
perfectly. Like Emma Watson. I've got the exact same size. Yes,
Never.
it fits perfectly in the Emma Watson handprint.
No.
And it's sort of like these little tiny sausage fingers, but yeah, I prefer the bigger size. I think it looks, I think the dollar size is yeah. But I used to use $half, but since I started playing with dollar coins, because when I'm at a wedding and I do coins across, so I just have one of these, 3 of these in a shell, and I have I do the coins across. I just find that because they're so big, you can hold them nearer the edge easier, and so it shows more coin, and B, they just look much more visual when you're doing stuff. But I'm not disparaging against the $half at all, because again, it's individuals what they want and what.
Yeah,
what's
that's
good for
it.
them.
And it's also it is what you're comfortable with. David Hand said, "Is Craig's routine for hopping halves in our accounts for those who bought from Alakazam?" It's part of the original tutorial.
Yeah.
But bear in mind, there are 2 parts to the tutorial. There are 2 separate videos.
And I will also say that the version that I learnt, the one that he did in here, he doesn't actually teach.
Oh.
So if you watch what he did in the live, so if you go back through Alakazam YouTube videos and find the one of him performing it over there, he does something at the very beginning which allows you to have an extra stage to it.
Right.
Which I don't think he fully teaches in the tutorial.
Ah.
But if you put your little thinking caps on, you can work it out quite easily.
Well, I'll get him to
If I
film
can
that
work
as
it
well.
out, you can work it out, put it that way.
And there should be an extra video in there as well of Chris James with a version of Hopping Halves as well.
Nice.
What were we going to talk about last night, Pete? We said, we should mention that on the live tomorrow. I can't remember either.
It will come
We
to
should
us.
write this stuff. We should write this stuff down, shouldn't we? You went, we can mention that on the live tomorrow, and I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, we should. We're both as bad as each other when it comes to that.
The
Right.
problem is when we start talking, we get talking about something, and we spend ages talking about it, and then a TV show will pop up, and we'll talk about that for a while, or food, and then we get back to the work again, and then it goes back to something else again. It is really, look at the shiny, look at the shiny. We're just distracted.
So I've got a couple of videos still to play as well. So this is another one, and this was one I will say that when I spoke to Wayne about it, Wayne said, I can't really see myself using it. But then when he saw it performed, he said,
I use it all the time now.
yeah. And I think you bought 2.
Oh, that, yes. Yeah. I've got 2 of them.
If it is what maybe you bought 2 of something else. You can tell
I've got
me.
2 of quite a few things to be honest with you.
So,
I'll tell you afterwards. I'll tell you after.
okie dokes, let's take a look at this. Michael, how would you like a chance to win yourself a tenner?
Always.
Brilliant. We're going to play a little game. Uses only 10 cards.
Okay.
Before we start, we need to give the cards a good old shuffle up, just like this. And the great thing about this game is you're going to choose your own cards.
Okay.
So out of these two, choose one for yourself. Pop it right
There
there.
you go.
We'll do it again, actually. Let's speed it up a bit. Choose two for yourself. Any two you like.
Those two.
Brilliant. And let's give me one. You choose one for me. Okay, and you had two, so why not choose two for me?
Lovely.
That is great. And I'll tell you what, for this go, you can take one or you can take both.
I'll take both.
Okay, so if you take both, that means I take both. Both got 5 cards each. Let's have a look what you dealt yourself.
Oh, I think I'll win there.
If we were playing poker, that's called a royal flush. Would
It is.
you bet a tenner on that?
Absolutely.
Get the tenner out. Brilliant. If we were playing poker, you'd win that. But unfortunately, Mike, we're playing Cluedo.
Right.
And I've got, who have I got? Colonel Mustard in the library, killed with a cucumber. That means you owe me a tenner. I'll take that. Thank you very much.
Get out of here. Oh, he's done you there, hasn't he?
I'm done. It's been done.
So that is... Was that the one you've got two of?
No, I didn't. I only picked up one of those, but I did look at getting a second one, but I didn't pick it up. But
What was
to be
the
honest
one
with
you
you,
bought two of?
it was, I can't remember.
Oh, I thought it was that one. But anyway, it
No, I
is-
looked at the second one. I looked at the second one, and I probably will pick up a second one. But when I first saw it, I thought, oh, I'm going to wear through those cards quite quickly. But then when I bought it and I looked at the cards, and the cards are actually really well made, and they're going to last. If you look after them, I mean, all my cards go in little wallets and stuff, or into my Infinity. It goes. Yeah, if you look after it, it will last you a long time. Chris has done a really good job with that, and they look really good and they look really smart. But I will pick up another one at some point. But yeah, it's a great trick.
And it's a brilliant trick. I mean, it's based on Paul Gordon's head-to-head poker, which I perform anyway. Great routine. But it just adds a really nice element of fun to it. You know, I'll still perform head-to-head poker with a regular deck as part of, you know, just a normal set. But to have this as well, because
it catches them off guard.
Yeah.
You know, you don't.
The moment with the, you know, when they see the royal flush, would you bet a tenner on that? Everyone's going to say yes. You know, everyone's going to say yes.
A lot of my jokes that I do in my professional set they're chosen specifically because you don't see the punchline coming. You know, you can't anticipate it. And that is such a great trick for that. You think you know where it's going, you're wondering what's going to happen, and all of a sudden the rug is literally just pulled, and you're like, "Yeah, we're not playing poker though." And it's just out of nowhere. It's like a sucker punch, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, it suddenly just hits you without realizing. And you go, and yeah, game over. And the beauty of it is, if you follow the method, it's pretty much self-working, isn't it? So there's no sleights or moves, or you know, you just have to follow the formula, and it'll work every time.
Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. Really good. So that's Cloak. We do have a few of those in stock. And it's a great trick. It's something you will do and you'll have a lot of fun with.
It was
as
great.
well.
So I got it from Chris before, well, a couple of months back, and I used it over the Christmas period at Christmas gigs, and it's great.
Yeah.
It was really good for. It's really good for like a younger group, especially if you use the cucumber as a little joke ending. But what's nice about it as well is you get two jokes almost.
Yeah.
Because you get that, you get the moment of, oh no, it's nearly three jokes. You say, well, we're playing Cluedo, so that's like your first joke. And then you get the cucumber, they laugh at that. And then you go, and now you owe me a tenner.
Yeah.
And then you get your third joke. So it really does just amp up and amp up.
Yeah,
It's
it
such a
does.
clever routine.
So that's Cloak. That's in stock. You got any questions or want to know more? Just drop us a little message here in the chat. So I will say as well, we did say that we didn't have a release in January, but it looks like we are going to have a release at the end of January. And we may even have a live launch for it.
Oh,
You will know
Is it what
what
I
it
think?
is, Wayne. Well, it's something you've been doing to couples for a while now.
Yeah, that's definitely time for that to come out. It's such a great effect and such a beautiful effect. Yeah, I noticed you showed it in the shop, didn't you, when we had the Saturday?
Yeah,
So that's another reason. Just to switch the subject over to that, actually, if you come to the shop for the open days, you are going to see tricks that aren't even out yet, and possibly have the potential to buy them as well.
yeah.
So I know a couple of people picked up that one.
This one, everyone that came on that Saturday pretty much left with one of these
Yeah,
straight away.
and that's not out till Blackpool, is it?
Well, that's not out till after Blackpool, and we don't know when.
Right.
But yeah, they will be on our stand at Blackpool, but I'm not sure. It might be the end of February release. I'm not sure yet.
The thing with that is, if you know, it will be on the stand at Blackpool, but it will be a limited amount of stock on there.
Yeah.
So you know, once they go, they will be gone. So if you want to get it, you need to go along.
We take about on the pre-release items. We take about 100 units with us. Last year, luckily, we had Lewis Fuller. We didn't know at the time, but we had. I'm trying to think what our new releases were last year, but by the end of Friday evening, we had almost sold out of 2 of our new releases. And Lewis rung us from the shop and said, "Oh, I'm driving down tomorrow. Do you want me to bring anything?" Which was really lucky because we would have been out of 2 of our top sellers for Blackpool.
Was it Knock 'em Dead?
It may have been Knock 'em Dead. I'm trying to think what it was around that time.
It wasn't Hard Stretch.
It may have been. I can't even remember, but there was at least 2 of them that we would have been out of on the Friday. And if you are going to Blackpool, there's so many great dealers to have a look about. Wayne's going to be there with his own stand as well this year.
Please
so
come
sure you
to my
check them out. So, but make sure you pop by and see us at Alakazam. We're always in the same spot. I presume we are this year. But pop by and see us and get there early because we only take 100 of the pre-release stuff as well. So, and we're going to have at least 3 or 4 items that are going to be brand new to you. Absolutely brand new. So come and check what they are. Rich Relish said, "Is that a Nicholas Mavresis effect?" One of them is the one that we're bringing out later on this month. And I tell you, if you are a card magician that performs, you are going to want this.
Please stop doing that. It's making it really hot.
You're going to want this.
Yeah. Do you know what? It's. I don't know. Yeah, it's one of those ones that if you do, you know, weddings and birthdays and events and even restaurants. I've used it in restaurants as well. It's such a great trick for the right people, and it's just such an amazing effect. And yeah, and it's beautiful, and it's a permanent keepsake for them as well, which makes sense. You know, sometimes you go, "Oh, keep the card." I do that all the time. Everybody does a trick; they sign a card and they keep it. And sometimes you do get a look like, "What am I supposed to do with this?" But with this, it makes sense. It's really cool, and it's such a great. Yeah, I remember when we first saw it, and I was like, "Wow, I love that. That's just brilliant."
And the thing is, it's going to be a perfect trick for a top table at a wedding.
Yeah.
Perfect trick for wedding fairs.
Yeah.
You know, if you're out and about, I carry some of these in my bag. You use 1 card per performance. If you want to, I prefer 2. You could do it without using up a card. I prefer to use up a card because I think it adds to the effect. And I want them to have it as a souvenir because anything that you could give a spectator to remind them of you is a good thing. So, you know, I carry a few of these, load it into your pack at some point and you're ready to perform it, and you're always going to be in a situation where you can perform this. Always. You know, it's a great thing. So that's really good. Are you planning to come to FISM in Italy this year as Alakazam? Do you know what? We haven't even looked into it, but I may actually look into it after we finish this live.
They had you at Italy, didn't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
home
Any chance to go to Italy and I'll be there. So, yeah, I'll look into that.
I'll say as well, this one is worth getting just for the picture on the front of the box. It's just so... It's the first time I've seen the packaging today. It's so funny.
Aid is great at doing all that, isn't he? He's great with the...
Has he seen the box cover?
Yeah.
Jokes. It's great.
Yeah. He had some suggestions which we totally ignored. So,
Yeah, I can't wait till I speak to him next because I'm going to wind him up about that.
David Jonathan, best
The thing is-
packaging ever.
The thing is, he asked for it, right?
Yeah.
He asked for it, and then he goes, "Oh, can we change it?" No, you got what you asked for. That's what you wanted.
Indeed.
I'm not going to say too much in case I have something come out with my pick. I don't get anything for it. I know what Abe's like. Any questions? Oh, Nicholas.
Right, so this is a question just come in. Does Alakazam have any locations in the US? We certainly do. We have a warehouse in California. So if you purchase from Alakazam and you're based in the UK, your order will be shipped from our US warehouse. So
You mean
don't-
if they're you just said if you're in the UK?
Oh no!
You mean
If you're in the US,
Yes.
if you're in the
Yeah.
US and you order your order shipped from the California warehouse, which means you've got no import duties, your shipping will be faster, and I believe it's free shipping over $50.
Yeah.
Wow, that's good.
Really good.
And there's no
Actually-
getting caught up in customs or anything like that. It's shipped from there. It will come. It'll be much quicker and cheaper, and like you say, free if you spend more than $50.
If you are in the US, could you let me know in the chat? I just want you to check something for me. Jason Staples says the picture on YouTube is out of focus. I don't know how that's possible.
Are you
Let
sitting
me
there blurred-eyed? Are you like this? 'Cause-
put your glasses on, Jason.
Yeah,
Put your
yeah,
glasses
his
on.
glasses.
Let me go on YouTube and have a look. Give me a second.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, while you're doing that, let me drop another trailer. Let's have a look at this.
J'ai ici des cartes un peu particulières parce que ce sont des cartes jaunes des deux côtés. 4 cartes jaunes qui symboliseront des particules d'huile et 4 cartes bleues qui symboliseront des particules d'eau. Les jaunes c'est l'huile, les bleus c'est l'eau. Et on va évidemment mélanger l'huile et l'eau, car vous n'êtes pas sans savoir que lorsque l'on mélange de l'huile et de l'eau, eh bien l'huile plus légère remonte à la surface. Alors regardez bien, de l'huile, de l'eau, de l'huile, de l'eau, de l'huile, de l'eau, de l'huile, de l'eau. Très net. On patiente un petit moment, et normalement l'huile remonte comme ceci à la surface, très clairement, très nettement. L'huile et l'eau. Je vous le refais, regardez bien, de l'huile, de l'eau, de l'huile, de l'eau, de l'huile, de l'eau, de l'huile, de l'eau. On patiente. Et l'huile remonte à la surface. Vous me direz comment peut-on les mélanger pour de vrai? Ah oui, parce qu'on ne peut pas, parce qu'elles se séparent. En fait, on peut. Voilà comment on peut procéder. On prend l'huile et on lâche l'eau sur l'huile. Et donc l'huile va remonter tranquillement. Et dans le processus, à un moment donné, elles vont se croiser et les couleurs seront mélangées. Ça ne dure pas longtemps, il faut juste saisir l'instant, ne clignez pas des yeux. C'est là! Et les couleurs complètement mélangées maintenant. Il s'agit donc du mystère de l'huile et de l'eau. Alors on peut évidemment aller plus loin encore, hein, avec l'huile et l'eau. Alors, comment on peut procéder? Imaginons que je laisse l'eau, cette fois-ci, sur sur la table. 4 gouttes d'eau, comme ceci. Et 4 gouttes d'huile en main. Si là je pose l'huile sur l'eau, rien ne se passe. Pour qu'il se passe quelque chose, il faut que je donne un petit coup, comme ceci. Et regardez bien, ça se mélange. Ça ne va pas durer. Par contre, pour le moment, les jaunes et les bleus sont mélangés. Et d'ailleurs, jaune et bleu qui se mélangent, qu'est-ce que ça donne, ça? Ouais, du vert, hein, du vert. Eh ben, on peut le faire. Alors, c'est plus de la physique, mais ça, c'est réellement de la magie, en fait. Hein. Voilà. Je vous remercie beaucoup. L'huile et l'eau, recto verso.
So
That's so nice.
it's really nice, really nice. Just want to say that the instructions are in English and French, even though the trailer's in French.
Although Pete did just give me a wicked voiceover. I went, does it sound like he's talking French to you? This one, I didn't know he speaks fluent French. So he just translated it perfectly for me. It was wicked.
If I mix them up and I give them a shake, they are mixed. It was
Well,
like...
I'll tell you what, if anyone's having any trouble learning it, get Pete on a call and he'll translate for
There you go.
everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. We'll get 5 million calls now. People phoning and going, well, what the...
It's such a great trick. I was in Belgium at a convention just before Christmas, and I saw him doing it live. He had a stand and he was selling it. It's great. So many bits that make you go like
That kicker at the end is lovely.
yeah, the kicker's lovely. I didn't see that coming when I watched him perform it. And there's a really lovely bit where he deals out the 4 yellows into a pile on the table. He's got the 4 blues in his hand. He instantly just slaps his hand down onto the pile and spreads, and now they're all interlaced. And it looks incredible. Amelia said, Peter, how long did it take you to master Nightshade? I have not mastered Nightshade. I've only learnt one routine from Nightshade, which is throw coins. But tonight, Jamie's going to give me a lesson on free fly, and I'm going to learn the hopping halves as well. So, how long did it take you to learn the free fly? And the thing is, I will say as well, when we say how long did it take you to learn it, we don't mean how long until you can do it.
Yeah, no, I'm still practicing.
That's the thing,
Yeah.
and it's even with the Mirage, which I've been doing for a year and a half now. I still wouldn't say I'm still practicing it, and with the free fly, it might take me 2 days to learn it, but then you need to rehearse it, and
It's a while to get it perfect.
yeah. So how long did it take you to actually go, okay, so I know what I'm doing now I just need to do it and get it smoother?
Probably with the free fly, maybe about an hour to like memorise all of the moves and get it.
And know what you got to do.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
now you'll find this is the great thing about coins as well, is you can rehearse it and practice it anywhere. If you're sitting in front of the TV, you've just got the coins, especially with free fly. You don't need a table, it's all happening up here. And that's the best way to do it, is when you've learned the move, once you've spent that hour and a half just getting it down, you know what needs to happen. Now you just sort of switch off and let muscle memory do it as you're watching telly or...
That's it, it's muscle memory.
Yeah.
It's almost like choreography with coins.
Yeah.
It's like that now needs to go there, which needs to go there, which then, as soon as you get that down there, it's fine.
And that's the beauty, I think, of coins, especially with the Nightshade. With the Mirage, a lot of it is based more on the table. So, you do need to be there and rehearsing it and practicing it like that. Whereas with Nightshade, a lot of it is in the hands. And there's one move with the Nightshade, the sort of, we'll call it the unnesting move. And I was doing that the other day. We were just sitting there watching TV and I just had the coin and I just kept rolling through it,
The unnesting coin, the move's really simple.
Yeah, it is. It's just getting that knack. So it just looks fluent, you know. Jason said he sat at home watching you and learning Nightshade as we speak.
Yeah, good.
Is that Jason Staples?
It is, yeah.
He messaged me last week and asked me what I thought of each one, when I gave him like a detailed description of that and the Mirage. Jason's a nice guy. I'm looking forward to seeing him at Blackpool. I grew up near
Jason's
my town.
Jason's a lovely guy.
I don't call him, he's doggy to me though.
Roy, I accept your apology. I hope she was reprimanded suitably for such a dire misjudgment.
Well, you know what, Roy? What you need to do is to get her to buy one from Alakazam to make up for what he said about the other one. Yeah, you're gonna, you know, that'd be a good way of reconciling that difference there. Just to get one a gift box, and yeah, that would be a much better way of doing it.
Yes. So, Wayne,
Yes, sir.
You've got something you're gonna perform for us.
Oh yes, I have. Shall I do it?
I'm going to bring you on full screen. Here we go.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fabulous Mr. Wayne Goodman.
So before Dan sings,
Oh, don't you start that again.
Really
Dan here.
looking forward to that.
I
Really
tell you,
looking
he's
forward to
very excited. He's been practicing. I tell you, it's you've heard of Dire Straits. He's diabolical. It's going to be amazing. So, I said, "Can you sing Far Away?" He went, "I think so." I said, "Can you sing Further Away?" So, I've got some envelopes here. The envelopes are empty. I showed them to, and Dan, you can check it out as well.
Yeah.
And in each envelope, we've got these. Let me take them out. I'll show them to everyone. I'll turn them around as well so you can see them. I've got here 5 amazing movies, all from the 80s. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Beverly Hills Cop has always been one of my favourite movies.
Mine too.
Right?
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, it's such a. I'm really looking forward to the new ones coming out. Apparently, it's very good. Eddie
wait.
says he's taking it back to basic. Great. Ghostbusters. I mean, if you're similar age to me, I mean, Pete, we're sort of similar age, aren't we?
Yeah.
We probably went to school about the same time, about 8:30, 8:45. And Ghostbusters is a major. To people of my generation, I think Ghostbusters is as important a film as Star Wars or Jaws, Indiana Jones. All those films came together.
Yeah.
Now, Dirty Dancing was never a movie that I really was interested in or wanting to watch until I got with my now ex-wife, and she loved it, and it was a really good film, and I actually really liked it. I was surprised myself by how much I really liked it. E.T. Now, I'm a firm believer that E.T. is actually a Jedi, mainly because he's set in the same universe because he appears in the Star Wars movies, but also he makes the bike fly. He recognises the kid dressed up as Yoda. There's loads of facts. I think that E.T. is a Jedi.
Where does he come up in Star Wars?
In the Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones, when they have the Senate hearings with all the different alien species, there is one of the little capsules has got a bunch of ETs in it.
Oh my God!
I'll send you a link. I'll get a picture later. I'll send it to you. So this is in the same universe now. So we've got all these, and Jaws is obviously just a major part of cinema history. Did you know? Fun fact: it's absolutely true. It's not a joke. When I think his name's Peter Beachley, the guy who wrote the book of Jaws, it was originally called Silence in the Water, and they didn't think that would translate into the movie. They wanted something a bit more catchy, so he said he wanted to call it Jaws, and the film company said, it sounds a bit, no. So they asked him to put together a list of ideas for the film name, and his dad helped, and his dad helped him out, and one of them was, "Ooh, something's gnawing on my leg." The genuine title name. And they went, I think Jaws is actually quite a good name. These envelopes I'm going to place them into the envelopes, like so. These going here. And Dan, in a second, what I'd like you to do is give them a little mix up.
Sure.
All right. So as they go in, and yeah, I just want you to give them a little bit of a mix. Oh, this one won't go in. I'll do it like this. Yeah, so they go inside there. Okay. And I'm going to turn them over. I'm going to give them a bit of a mix. And now, without looking at them or looking inside the envelopes, give them a bit of a mix as well. And I should point out over here that I've got a golden envelope. Now, this golden envelope is a bit like the Oscars. We're gonna choose a winner for which of these do you think is the most prominent, most amazing movie of the 80s, okay, of all time, really. These are the ones that were chosen. I mean, they're all 80s movies, so we should say maybe the 80s, although I think Jaws was 77. But we'll mix them up a little bit more. I'm going to spread them out so nobody has any idea which one is which. And all I want you to do, Dan, is just touch any one of those envelopes. Now, do you want to keep that envelope or get rid of it?
I'm going to keep it.
You're going to keep it, okay?
Yeah.
So we're going to get rid of all these other envelopes. They're going to go over here. They can just be gone, okay? This is the one that you've left with. Now, if I take it out here, are you ready for this? This is a big moment. I'll do it like this so everyone can see. As I take it out, it is... Do you know what? I think it's a good choice, actually. I'll tell you why. I think out of all of these films, even though Dirty Dancing is a musical, Jaws, you've only got to hear that 2 beats of music and you know exactly what it is. You know what I mean? Sometimes Indiana Jones, sometimes you hear then you think, oh, that's it's Indiana Jones. You go because it's John Williams and you think, oh, is it Star Wars? No, it's Indiana Jones. But with Jaws, you just know straight away exactly which one that you know what's on the TV. Now this has been here the whole time. It's a single golden envelope, and inside here I have a single card. Now don't turn it over, but I'd like you to take that card out for me. Keep it face down. Just check the envelope. There's nothing else hidden in there. There's no escaping gases or trapdoors or portals to another dimension. And we've got one movie here. You chose Jaws. Out of all these movies, you could have had any single one. You chose Jaws. And tonight's winner, tonight's chosen movie is...
Jaws.
And it's Jaws. You got a perfect match. Well done there, that man. That is absolutely amazing. That's up. I can't see that now. There we go.
Brilliant.
I love this little trick. It's so good. It's part of the what's it called set, isn't it? What's the name of the
Screen Test? It's
Screen Test.
Part of Screen Test Pro. That's a little routine I shoved in called Night at the Oscars.
It's such a lovely, simple routine to do. I do this at tables, and I get somebody. I normally pick. Like if there's a person on table who's like dressed elegantly and that, and I'm like, you're going to be my announcer, so you hold on to this, keep it sealed shut with your fingers there, and then I go through the movies, I talk about them for a bit, get them to choose one, and then I get them to announce, and the winner is, and if they don't do it right, I make them do it a couple of times, and it just gets a good laugh, and it's really nice, and then they get hit by really, you know, it's impossible to work, they're looking at this, and they're looking at the envelope, and it's just great, it's such a beautiful little effect. So yeah, boom.
Yeah, that's a little bonus effect. You get all the props for it, all in Screen Test Pro, which I think we've got a few in stock. Got one more trailer to play today as well. Now, I will say, this item we put on the site on Friday, it's already sold out, but we've got more on the way. So let's take a little look at this.
This is a Chinese coin and this is a silver coin. Oh, try to follow. You don't follow. Oh my God! And one by one finger by finger. Watch.
What? No way.
you want to see again? Let me show you. Give me your hands. I grab the silver one I put in your hand. Did you see it? Close your hands, turn your wrists. And now, focus your attention. I remove my sleeve and watch here. 1, 2, and 3. Now, I have the silver one because if you turn your wrist and open your hands, you have the Chinese one.
So that's follow from our friends over at Magic Dreams. So if you're interested in one, I'm not sure if you can pre-order it from the site, but if you can't, fill in that remind me box.
Notify me, right?
Yeah, the notify me box, yeah, and that will let you know as soon as we put stock in the system. And that's a good thing, actually. I had a customer this morning that wanted to know when something will be in stock. That box is great because you will be notified before anyone else, before it goes out on an email or anything. The moment we put that thing in, what are you laughing at now?
Just you called it a remind me box, and I was like, out of anything that we could get you, a remind me box feels like a good idea.
See, you should. I'm at that age where I am getting very forgetful now.
Oh dear.
So, anyway, I hope you've all enjoyed Jamie being on it, 'cause it won't be on here again too soon.
Oh God.
Bless him. It's a nice day off for his care assistant, isn't it?
So, what else have we got happening? Next week, we've got the amazing Chris Congreve.
Yep.
I was literally about to say we need to mention about next weekend, next Thursday.
Yes, indeed. So you're here as well. We got a full house next Thursday. You're down next Thursday.
Might be
Jamie's
bringing
going to
him
be
with me.
here. Oh,
He's
yeah,
coming
Dan's
down.
So, will you also sing before the?
Oh, that's good.
It should be like, you know, when they do the national anthem. We should have like.
Go on.
I know.
Go on.
We should have Dan doing that before the academies.
Instead of
Can't do-
gracious King, it's gracious Pete, though.
Yeah.
God save
God
our
save our gracious Pete. Did you hear what he said? He said, "Can you do some juggling instead?"
Yes, of course you can while you're singing.
I didn't think juggling was that. I didn't think that juggling was that, interesting. But apparently, it's catching. Do you know how to kill a circus?
Go for the juggler.
Go for the juggler. Yeah, that's it.
So, Dan, that is obviously one of your many talents is juggling.
Yeah, I think I could do a bit of juggling.
And what's your preferred utensil? Is it called a juggling utensil?
Yeah, you can go for that. A devil stick. That's my favourite. Devil stick.
What's a devil stick when it's at home?
It's the two sticks, and you batter a stick between them.
Oh.
So you're keeping the middle stick, which has normally got like tassels on, doesn't it? And you're keeping that up without touching it. You're using two other sticks. That's devil sticks, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll bring some along.
There we go. Right, what about this? Next Thursday, we'll go live, either Harry or one of us, or we'll video it, and we'll get Pete on the devil sticks. We'll teach you how to do it. I could do it.
I'll give it a go. We once saw. Do you know? Because you're a big circus man, Dan.
Well, he owns a circus.
He does own a circus. Do you know Le Soiree?
Yeah.
There was a guy on there that was really, well, all their acts are great anyway, but there was one, and I'm sure he went under the name like, it was something like Serious Diablo or Dangerous Diablo or something. You know the...
Yeah.
And he'd done that, but he was quite rude when he'd done it. I'm trying to think of his name, but he was hilarious. I don't know why I'm telling you this, but the other act that I saw there, which you may or may not know about, have you heard of an act called? It's something like the Dead Chicken Society.
No, it doesn't ring a bell.
Right. Okay. I'll tell you about it when you come down, but it was hilarious. Absolutely.
Did you know this is true as well? It's not a gag. I have to say that now because nobody ever believes me. You know, Elvis's manager, Colonel, whatever his name was, Tom. Yeah. He used to work in a circus before he was Elvis's manager. He worked in a circus, and he was Major Tom and the Dancing Chickens. And what he used to do was he had a hot plate, and he would put the chickens on the hot plate, and they would dance to get off the hot plate. Horrible and cruel, and I don't condone it at all. But just bizarre that he literally went from that to managing the biggest superstar that ever lived.
And the year after Nando's was founded. It's all weird, isn't it? It's weird.
Well, okay. Do you know the year the first Nando's opened in London?
No.
I'm gonna say 2000.
No, 1694. There was a coffee shop called Nando's that opened in London in 1694.
Never.
Yep. And apparently is owned by the same family or their descendants of the people that now own the Nando's or originally opened the Nando's before it was bought out.
I'm not having it.
It's true. I'm
going to be looking that up.
Any magic historians that want to fact check Wayne, feel free.
It's true. It's true. I was watching a documentary about it. It was really interesting.
Your internet history must be weird, Wayne. That's all I'm thinking.
Yeah. At least I can show my internet history.
Right.
There we go. Exactly my point.
I've got.
I want to see Jamie and Pete. I want to see both of you next week doing the double sticks.
Well, I learned the Diablo years ago, so I used to be able to do the majority of the tricks with Diablo. So I used to be able to throw it and catch it.
It's not that similar, is it?
The only thing that I couldn't do is do the spin thing where you make it so as you come up, it flicks onto the other string, comes round, and I could never do that. But I could do the throwing and catching and making it spin. Yeah.
Do you know the one that still gets me today? Do you know the one that still gets me? I could watch it for ages. I just think it's fascinating. And it's really big in America, is the skipping. I love it when you've got the two ropes and people are coming in and skipping in the middle. And they go out and then two people come in and do it. And then they go. I think that's just the coordination is just astounding.
We're waiting for a punchline.
Yeah, no. I'm serious. I think
Dan is sitting there waiting for a punch. I can see his face.
All right, we'll skip it then.
So
I can be serious sometimes.
Yeah, but you always sort of you catch us off guard when you're serious because we're sort of waiting for this punchline to happen, and then you just stop talking.
You know, when I got knocked over by the car, I phoned up my mate, and this is all true, and I went. I saw him a couple of days later actually, and he went, "You all right?" And I went, "Yeah." I said, "I got hit by a car a couple of days ago," and he went, "Yeah." And I went, "What?" He goes, "What's the punchline?" I went, "No, I actually got hit by a car." He went, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry, I didn't know that." But yeah.
It is hard with you, Wayne, because we never know. Hang on, let me just see this. Right, Peter, if I bought items away from Alakazam, yes, 100% it's possible. If you have a look on our YouTube channel and type in how to redeem, it will go through exactly how you do it. But if you have a look in your account, there's a redeem section at the bottom. All you need to do is put your password for the product in the redeem section, press redeem, and it will appear that nothing has happened. And it will tell you to wait for 5 minutes. But the easiest way to do it is as soon as you've hit that redeem, log out of your account, refresh the page, log back in, and it will be in there for you. So,
sometimes you don't even need to log out. Sometimes you can just refresh the page or go to download to refresh it and it will happen. But yeah, to guarantee if you log out and then log back in again, that should reset the system and put it, and it will be there, and then you can watch it. So yeah, nice and easy.
And the thing is, you should, if you buy the products from Alakazam, you don't have to redeem it, you don't have to worry about anything. But if you buy an Alakazam product from elsewhere, it's always worth redeeming, because what will happen, it's like with the Nightshade, if you buy Nightshade from elsewhere, you're getting half of the tutorial. It's only when you redeem it, you get the other half put in there, purely because we did it in 2 halves, because it was pre-released for Magic Live and everything else. But if you buy your products from elsewhere, your local Magic shop, if you redeem it, then any bonus videos that we put into the account will automatically go into your account. So it's certainly worth doing.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So
and download the app if you haven't as well.
Yes, 100%.
Say that every time, because you're missing out on special offers and deals and shows and all sorts of stuff if you're not on the app. So make sure you got the app, because you don't want to miss out on all the goodies.
And Dan's going to do an album. He's going to do Lady Gaga's album next week on the app exclusively throughout the day.
You know, I reckon I could see Dan. I could see Dan wearing a cowboy hat and the boots and doing some nice country songs.
Dan, if you need help, blink twice.
Right, so that brings us...
He doesn't mean for me, he means just genuinely.
That brings us to the end of this Alakazam Live. Thank you so much for joining us. We will be back next Tuesday and next Thursday, not this coming Thursday, the Thursday after. We have got the amazing Chris Congreve coming down with a brand new academy. So join us for that. The tickets are on sale on the website now. And stay tuned for some very big announcements, and also an announcement about our sneaky end of month product launch, which will hopefully be happening at the end of January.
And you don't want to miss it.
You really don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss any of our live launches. So anyway, that's it. Want to thank Wayne Goodman, as usual, and the amazing Jamie Dawes. And we are going to leave you with a lovely song by Dan, who's going to sing us out. Thank you for joining us, Dan. Thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing you again.
Give me a big round of applause for Peter as well. And listen, you always just thanking me. You never get down your door, Peter.
Right, so that's it. That's it for this week. We will see you next Tuesday. So thanks everyone for watching, and I'm going to leave you with let's leave you with Cloak. Bye everyone. Michael, how would you like a chance to win yourself a tenner?
Always.
Brilliant. We're going to play a little game. Uses only 10 cards.
Okay.
Before we start, we need to give the cards a good old shuffle up, just like this. And the great thing about this game is you're going to choose your own cards. Okay. So out of these two, choose one for yourself. Pop it right there. We'll do it again, actually. Let's speed it up a bit. Choose 2 for yourself. Any 2 you like.
Those 2.
Brilliant. And let's give me one. You choose 1 for me. Okay, and you had 2, so why not choose 2 for me?
Lovely.
That is great. And I'll tell you what, for this go, you can take 1 or you can take both.
I'll take both.
Okay, so if you take both, that means I take both. Both got 5 cards each. Let's have a look what you dealt yourself.
Oh, I think I'll win there.
If we were playing poker, that's called a royal flush. Would you bet a tenner on that?
Absolutely.
Get the tenner out. Brilliant. If we were playing poker, you'd win that. But unfortunately, Mike, we're playing Cluedo.
Right.
And I've got, who have I got? Colonel Mustard in the library, killed with a cucumber. That means you owe me a tenner. I'll take that. Thank you very much.
Get out of here. Oh, he's done you there, hasn't he?
I'm done. It's been done.